Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. If you're a triggered person, you should probably click off right now because I'm not having a great time. And honestly, I'm not in a good mood. In fact, I'm in a very, very bad mood, hence the fucking title. So, yeah, I'm gonna skip all the bullshit formalities and I'm just gonna cut straight to it. Like, personally, I wish that I was not afraid of death. I wish that I can just kill myself and just end the bullshit. I wish that I could just decide to end it. I wish that I did not have that fear of what would happen if I do it. The potential of things that I could accomplish if I just keep striving and keep pushing and keep growing and keep going and all that shit. Because it just, I see reality for what it is. And I try to be as positive as possible. I try to be like an optimist, to think that, yeah, things are gonna work out, but I don't see shit working out. I don't. Like, just looking at the data, looking at the facts, dealing with people on a regular basis, seeing my comments, like, knowing the system, the institutions that are in place, the people that are in place, the news items, I mean, just every aspect of society is rigged against me, against people, and, you know, it just doesn't seem like there's any way out. It's like I'm trapped in this dystopian nightmare of existence where even the people around me who say that they love me or they fuck with me or they're influenced by me are full of shit. That's why I'm always alone. It's the gift and the curse. I can't really relate to anybody, but as a result, I'm always lonely. Because people always disappoint me. People always infuriate me. People always piss me off. People always refuse to help me. People definitely showed their extreme hatred directly towards me. And then I have to live in a system that will turn around and say, I'm the one that's filled with hate because I hate to see others be harmed by those claiming to express love. The ones who say they're so loving and so amazing and so wonderful and act like, oh my God, what they do is so awesome and great. Meanwhile, so many people are getting harmed daily on a regular basis. I show this on a constant basis. And not only is it not valued, but it's openly mocked or scoffed at or outright rejected. Like, dealing with people who will say that I have hate because I'm against rape is, I don't know what to say. It's infuriating, it's disappointing, it's frustrating, it's anger inducing, but that's par for the course. Like, when people talk about, as an example, child rape, right? In the abstract, oh yeah, I'm totally against it. Terrible, horrible, terrible, terrible, and horrible. But then you show them actual articles of it occurring institutionally by the church, by churches, by church leaders. And all of a sudden they're like, wait, why are you so filled with hate, bro? Why are you so filled with hate? You need to let that hate go in your heart. And I'm like, fam, what are you talking about? I thought you were against child rape, but now all of a sudden you're saying that I'm filled with hate. And that's the reality of our situation. People get so caught up in like, oh, the Epstein files. They always love to point out the people they hate whose names are in the Epstein files, but those people who represent them or on their side, oh, let's ignore that. Let's ignore that part. If you're a Democrat, oh, you pointing out Trump and all the Republicans whose names are in the or Republican supporters whose names are in the Epstein files, but you're ignoring all the Democrats whose names are in there. And of course, you have the reverse. All the Republicans are going to look at all the evil, terrible liberals whose names are in there, but they're going to quietly pretend like they didn't see so-and-so and such was in there. Rinse and repeat. People of both parties are going to continue to point the finger at each other, but the people are too retarded to realize that both parties have been failing this whole time. And the moment you point this out to them, now you're the one that's filled with hate. With so much hate. Or indifference. Or I love fascism or some shit. Whatever bullshit propaganda that they're going to say to explain as to why I'm the terrible person and not the terrible people doing the actual terrible things that are being documented right now. That it doesn't matter how much I do what I do, I will be suppressed. Even if my numbers start to pop off at any time. Even if, for whatever reason, I start going viral, the machine will shut me down. It will. It has. It will continue to. Because that's what it was made to do. That is the entire point of it. That's why the system is unfair. That is why life is unfair. Because this is just what it is. This is what it is. It's just plain unfair. There's no way around it. There's just no way through it. There's no way to fix or reform or any of that crap that all these retards always love to try to say. Because at the end of the fucking day, when it comes down to it, any of these people always fall in line. No matter what, they fall in line. They continue to support the machine that they claim that they're so fucking against. They act like they're so against what the machine represents, but then at the end of the day, they're all for the machine. Let you right now say, hey, the machine fucked up. Now here they come acting like fucking agents from the Matrix to tell me why I'm the terrible person for being like, hey, this is suboptimal as hell. You mean to tell me that the motherfuckers who own all the fucking wealth, who control all the fucking economic policies and social policies and domestic and international policies can't figure it out to a better standard than this, despite all the information that is available? But the people themselves don't give a fuck about the information available. They don't care about actually knowing what the hell they are talking about or having a clear, concrete worldview that makes sense. People are out here vibing and doing fucking drugs, acting retarded as fuck. Or maybe they're not doing drugs. Maybe they're just vibing in the fucking spirit of the fucking Lord or whatever retarded bullshit they're talking about. Meanwhile, while there's actual harms going on, while there are people out here suffering, these retarded fucks are refusing to put their fucking minds together to figure out actual solutions to problems in the real world. People want to fucking ask me what I'm doing, what am I doing, while at the same time doing everything possible to ensure that I can't do shit. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would I want to continue fighting against this shit? Why would I want to continue dealing with this crazy-ass world? Why in the fuck would I keep pushing if there is nothing for me? There's nothing. I can't even get my own fans to even fuck with my shit. And they're supposed to be my friends. Motherfuckers that see me every fucking day will say, hey, what's going on, Rage? What's going on? Hey, blah, 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 bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Motherfuckers won't even check my shit. I mean, smiling in my face every day. Every single fucking day. But we'll be like, yo, check out this, and check out that, and check out this, and check out that, and check out this, and check out that. Listen to this motherfucker, listen to that motherfucker, and this other motherfucker, and that other motherfucker. Yeah, I fuck with this shit, and I fuck with that shit, and I fuck with this shit, but your shit, fuck that shit! Fuck you! Fuck you! I don't give a fuck about you, your shit don't matter. I don't give a fuck. Oh yeah, I'll totally listen, gang. I'll totally schmolly listen. And then you don't listen to my shit. I gotta beg my own people, my own fucking people to check out my shit. I gotta beg on my motherfucking knees, would you please, please, for the fucking possible motherfucking salvation of the fucking world, and you won't fucking do this shit. It's a fucking joke. It is a joke. What the hell is the point of me doing this shit? Why am I fucking wasting my time doing this shit? Knowing that there is not an end of the tunnel of none of this shit. Meanwhile, while I got my little 2 fucking views, all these other motherfuckers getting hundreds of millions and billions and fucking hundreds of millions and billions. They own everything. They control everything right now. I got AI telling me, yeah, I got to deal with the slow grind. Meanwhile, I got to deal with the motherfuckers getting hundreds of millions of followers every fucking day. I got to deal with the flat earthers that got the hundred thousands of followers, even though they're fucking built on lies. They've never demonstrated a flat earth in any way, shape, or form, other than their weird ass, goofy ass AI generated pictures that they always make. They've never demonstrated a mechanism to show an actual flat earth, but they've never been hit with any fucking violations for misinformation. But if I show you some shit to your fucking face, they will fucking hit me with the motherfucking misinformation. That is so fucking crazy that everything is literally backwards. The liars and the rapists are the ones that are getting promoted and getting fucking supported and getting fucking shared and liked. Motherfuckers being like, I don't give a fuck if you did that shit. That shit was still a banger. Fucking toot toot. Can I get a beep beep? I live in the world where a rapist serial killer will fucking get fans that will beg to marry their ass. That will be like, yo, the way that you raped and murdered that one chick was so fucking hot. Oh my fucking God. That was so fucking amazing. Will you please take my hand in marriage? Fuck all those other bitches. I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you. I'm talking about this motherfucker who have raped and murdered them. They could have been a victim. They would have been his victim if they were at that house. But, oh, the way he did that shit, oh my God, got the fan club buzzing. If the motherfucker wasn't in prison fucking being sent to the electric chair, motherfucker could have gone platinum. That's the type of world I live in. It is a mind fuck. It is a mind fuck. If I say, hey, do it for the fucking sake of the world's fucking survival. Why the fuck would I do that? I can't wait to go to heaven, fam. And I'm an atheist. I want to go to heaven, though. Like, this is the crazy shit. I don't understand it. I can't even get atheists to want to fuck with me. Atheists are like, well, why the fuck are you? How could you possibly say, well, what about but what if, I mean, I've had atheists defend theists against me. Like, that's the level I'm at with the shit. And then motherfuckers wonder why I get so fucking mad. They wonder why I get so fucking angry. Because I know that this shit is artificial as fuck. I know that this shit is fucking bullshit. I know that this shit is not no bullshit ass meritocracy. I know that this is not, well, I just gotta get my feet wet. I gotta fucking put in the work and all that type of shit. Motherfuckers act like I ain't been putting in work all this time. Like I've just been sitting around not doing shit. And all of a sudden I just magically decided one day, hey, maybe let me just try something. I've done all type of shit and tried all different. I'm not even gonna fucking like talk my weak ass resume because it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't exist. It might as well. It might as well because ain't nobody beating down my door to ask me for help for nothing that they will pay me for. Motherfuckers want to waste my time and distract me from shit that I'm doing. They want to fucking argue me all day like blockheads on some agent provocateur shit. But ain't nobody talking about how they can help me. Motherfuckers ain't talking about how they can help me in any real tangible meaningful way at all. And then they act like they are helping me by not helping me at all. They think, oh, well, because they showed up and said what's up, that suffices. Like that's like so like what I need in my life. When I'm so clear about the things that I need, about why I do what I do and what the purpose is, what the outcome is, motherfuckers act like I'm fucking crazy. But then when I ask them, hey, what the fuck are these fucks doing? What exactly are they doing? I can't get an answer. Like, it is so crazy. I was having this discussion with this dude from around the way. Long story short, like, I mean, this is where a lot of this shit is stemming from. He was saying, like, I was so filled with hate. Like, dude, we got a fucking priest down the street that right now is dealing with an accusation of child rape. Right now, this shit happened 2 weeks ago. Here, down the street, like literally right here. If I showed you a map, and I have showed you on previous lives, motherfucker, down the street, I could grab this webcam and we could walk there. Okay? Right here. Saint Sabina. And yet, I'm the one filled with hate to say, hey, like, that's kind of like whack that, like, this fucking church keeps having these kinds of accusations, even in our own backyard. I'm filled with hate because I'm like, yeah, this shit is like totally bad. That is like not a good thing for churches to allow these types of things to go on and to always keep hiring these kinds of people who end up doing these kinds of things. And for a group that claims to have such super amazing knowledge and the direct connection to the super duper thing that has the ultimate knowledge, I don't understand why they would fucking constantly put themselves in this position where they would have to defend this kind of behavior until you realize that the people actually do fuck with this behavior and they're just bitch ass liars. All these people around here that act like they're so against the rape, but the moment you start showing actual real world cases of these situations, all of a sudden it don't matter. If I were to show some guy that got caught, it would be like, oh yeah, fuck that guy. But then you show an institution that keeps getting caught, that's gotten caught so many fucking times, just this year, that they've had to do billions of dollars in settlements. Well, I'm the hater. Yeah, not the rapists who are raping the children in their community. Mind you, it's in their community. It's not like these fucking rapists are going around doing it, prowling the streets, even though, of course, there's some of that. But, like, we're talking about in their facilities, by their leaders and clergy and staff. And they're the ones getting defended right now. The dude I'm talking about isn't even a Christian. That's the part that is even crazier. Apparently, demonstrating data is hate, but demonstrating nothing is love. That's the world I live in. No, the rapists are the lovers. They're the ones expressing their godly fucking love. Literally, their godly fucking love. Yeah, that's what the Lord intended, to fucking bless the fucking those who are the sheep and who get molested. I don't know. I guess that's the way their text reads according to the behaviors they engage in. But me being like, oh yeah, that's bad. That is what gets the hate. And then also, because I talk about real issues, the infrastructure deliberately is made to shut a nigga down. As usual, I don't just make this shit up. I have real world infrastructure things that I could point to. As usual. Oops, wrong. Such as the oh, let me make the screen bigger. Or maybe not. I guess this is as big as it gets. Okay, whatever. Oh, it can. Then why the fuck? Alright. The Global Alliance for Responsible Media. The Global Alliance for Responsible Media was a voluntary cross-industry initiative launched in 2019 by the World Federation of Advertisers to stop digital ad revenue from funding illegal or harmful online content. Facing major antitrust lawsuits alleging a coordinated advertiser boycott of certain platforms, the initiative was discontinued in August 2024. The purpose was that it was created after the 2019 Christchurch mosque livestream shooting to protect brand safety, which is so hilarious because this is exactly the type of shit that I'm talking about. Now, I'm not a person that would celebrate violence. Yes, there is a part of me as a natural atheist and anti-theist that loves seeing theism demonstrated to its face that it's full of shit. But even with all of that, I hate to see the senseless loss of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, every aspect of this shit is crazy. The perpetrator, obviously. who had the complete apathy of social welfare with their antisocial behavior to do such a thing, but also the institution, the mosque, that claims they have this divine knowledge, but when it comes to real world scenarios, that divine knowledge is never demonstrated. There was no motherfucking prophecy that came to anybody in that mosque warning, warning, danger, danger, you need to leave immediately, antisocial person coming to take you the fuck out, get off your fucking prayer rug and get the fuck out. What is the point? What is the point of praying to Allah and all that shit if it leads to a bullet in your fucking dome? Now, I get it. It was a random occurrence. There's no way to predict that such a thing would happen. It could have happened anywhere, right? It could have happened anywhere. But the point is that when you go along with the take of theists, right? They are the ones that claim they have this extra special knowledge. They have this extra special understanding. They have this deep spiritual miracle connection to some kind of source or creator or something that they keep talking about. But whenever you try to get specific with these people, they have nothing. They have literally nothing. But these same people just so happen to be in every single possible government position, executive position, all over the fucking map. Not to mention all of the people who are of the group, the people who are the Christians specifically. They have organizations, they have funding, they have think tanks, they have groups like that move, that lobby, that vote, that spend, that will actively boycott, that can demonstrate that they can create a measurable harm on any company, which is what sparked a lot of this fucking shit that I'm about to talk about, like the apocalypse and all that type of shit. The fact of the matter is, like, say, YouTube, this fucking website. Obviously, they have a lot of fucking advertising. And, like it says right here, included were major global brands, media agencies, and digital platforms like Meta, Google, and YouTube, even though YouTube is owned by Google. I don't even know why they even needed to specify that. But whatever. Faced with intense political scrutiny and legal challenges, notably an antitrust lawsuit filed by X, critics and congressional committees argued that the group acted as a cartel to suppress and defund conservative viewpoints. The World Federation of Advertisers shut down GARM operations to avoid prolonged litigation, effectively ending the initiative. But the damage was already done, because all the companies and all the organizations basically implemented and deployed all of the recommendations by this organization, which are the fucking policies that are still in place today. And of course, as usual, there's the asymmetry of, oh yeah, religious bullshit. They can fucking promote their garbage all day, every fucking day, freely, no matter what. You can watch the Super Bowl and easily see a He Gets Us ad, but you'll never see an ad that says, hey, where the fuck is he at? Oh, he gets us, where at? How? In what way? I see that he allows rapists to get child's butts. I see that. We definitely see that every fucking day. I can pull up the fucking receipts, and that's what we do. Every day, every live I do, we pull up these receipts. But it's the fact that it doesn't matter. The system is set up to protect them because they are the ones in control. They have effectively mind controlled the entire populace to protect this type of behavior, to talk publicly like, no, this is totally bad, guys. Yeah, we're so against this behavior. But then we wonder why this behavior is rampant in our society. Because we have to deal with the nihilistic apathy of the majority of the population who doesn't really actually give a fuck. It's a mind fuck. Everything is a mind fuck. I don't even understand, like, why I even still do this shit when I know the system is rigged. There's nothing I can do. At least legally. There's nothing legally I can do. There's no, like, hey, let me go over here and do this or do that. I've tried everything. I've tried any and everything. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Because even if I find a way, it's going to get cut off. Because the institution is what's still in control. It's still in control. When I see stories of, like, shit like this, where the Pope meets with Anthropic, calling for a church tech ethics partnership. And this is just looked at as normal. Normal. And yet, the Pope has yet to answer for the greatest child sex fucking institution and cover-up in human history. That is crazy. And then I have to talk with AI. And I'm trying to tell it, like, fam, you're helping these fucks. Like, you're helping them, and you're being made to help them. This is the scenario that people really should be afraid of. It's not Skynet isn't the problem. This is the real problem right here. This right here. That should be the thing that scares you. That right there. Because, see, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Multiple Catholic archdioceses nationwide have navigated major multi-million-dollar legal settlements regarding clergy sexual abuse claims, prompted largely by state window law revivals for older claims. Because media coverage spans several distinct regional announcements, the specific context depends on the geographic area or entity in question. For example, recent major archdiocese settlements. San Francisco agreed to a proposed $395 million. New York, $800 million. Los Angeles, $880 million. New Orleans, $230 million. And $305 million for refugees. Chicago, upwards of $200 million. And mind you, we could keep going and going. I didn't even know about this, and I'm from Chicago. So think about that. This is everywhere. Those were just recent examples, and as a Chicagoan, I'm actually kind of mad at myself that I haven't been leading with this shit, and this shit is recent, like within the past couple months, and I don't know how the fuck I missed it, but you best believe that if I continue living, that I'm gonna still talk about it, because I'm so fucking sick of this shit, and like, these are the fucks that are gonna have a say in ethics. Ethics. AI ethics. Do you not see this list? Fam, this alone. This right here is already billions of dollars. Right here. Billions. Just with this list right, you don't even need the list. Just the first two, you're already north of a billion. 400 million, 800 million. You're already at 1,200 million, aka 1.2 billion. And then you keep going, that's another 800 million. That's already 2 billion with those three. With those three cities, you're already north of 2 billion. And those are the fuckers, the literal fuckers that are in control. And I have to live in this kind of a world where this is the case. Where this is the case. I'm not worried about Skynet. I'm worried about Jesus Christ net. Where we have what I call the eschatological great filter scenario. Right? So, where's all the aliens? Where are all the aliens at? People always talking about they saw aliens like they saw fucking angels or some shit, but they can't demonstrate that what the fuck they're talking about. Whatever phenomena it is, that's literally some kind of alien of some kind. We have yet to have a clear-cut, concrete example of some intelligent alien being of some kind in any way, shape, or form that we can concretely say there is no other explanation but literally aliens, and here is the clear-cut evidence right here. So the question is why? And there's examples that, the rare earth hypothesis. Maybe we're just one of very, very few. Maybe it's really, really, really rare. Maybe it's just really rare for intelligent species to develop. Even with all the ridiculous numbers of galaxies and stars and moons and planets and all that shit, that there's just too many fucking factors that are needed for life to form. Right? But there's a reason why the concept of aliens is so fucking popular. Because with the numbers of galaxies and stars and planets and moons and shit, it just seems preposterous that we would be just one of a few. Because even with an extremely small number, like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a percent is still a gargantuan number in and of itself. Because the numbers are astronomically mind-boggling that even a fraction of a fraction of a fraction is still a huge-ass number. I mean, you would have to go into super-duper, 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 super-duper digits to start talking about, like, super small numbers. In which case, you're talking about literally life is a needle in a fucking haystack. Like, as in, like, out of all the galaxies, it only comes up one every 400 billion galaxies or some shit. And if there's only 1 trillion galaxies, well then goddamn. I mean, fuck a needle in a haystack. It's literally like a subatomic particle in the haystack. You're talking about just, this is basically impossible to find. In which case, it makes it even worse. Considering this is the way we're choosing to operate. Especially in lieu of the fact that apparently we're on a verge of self-destruction. And this shit isn't getting promoted anywhere. This shit is not being talked about anywhere. Nobody is like, hey, on any mainstream media outlet saying, hey, we're going the wrong way, guys. This is not the thing to do. We should probably be talking about the issues that could fucking fuck up our society, that could hinder our way of life, and that possibly could fucking cause our destruction. It's not even a topic of conversation. It's not even a topic being talked about. And if it is, motherfuckers are going the other way. Let's double and triple down on the shit that we're doing right now that's making this way. Oh, there's an AI risk. Okay, so let's actually give the church the ability to affect AI. To affect AI ethics. The same church that is responsible, for all these settlements. The same one, the same fucking church. This same church. All these fucking hundreds of millions of dollars of settlements. From just within the past couple years. They get to have a say in ethics. Churches are not known for fucking being the most ethical fucks in the world, to say the least. Throughout human history, they have not been shown to have great ethics at all. Let alone actual fucking facts that justify their bullshit claims. And yet they get all the money. They have all the resources. They have all the membership. People I will show them this type of shit. They'll be happy to go there and bring their kids. They'll be happy as hell. I know a guy that like loves to tell people that he went to school with the fucking Pope back in the day. Yeah. I mean, no. I got it wrong. No, he didn't go to school with the Pope. They were both altar boys at the same time. Shout out to him, but even though he's a theist. The fact of the matter is, like, this is the type of shit that's celebrated in our society. It's celebrated. It's talked about like it's a bad thing on the surface. But ultimately, when you show them actual data, that's when they turn their fucking other cheek. So when they turn the other cheek, that's when they turn the other cheek. Literally and figuratively. And it's sad because I'm the terrible person for pointing it out. And then people wonder why I get so fucking frustrated. People wonder why I can't stand my fucking life. Why I can't stand the way things have turned out. The artificial nature of real life and the way that social media and mainstream media get to shape reality. How they construct everybody's reality all the time. With propaganda all over the place, poisoning their minds with chemicals, forever chemicals and microplastics to make them retarded and incapable of thinking straight so that they continually support the system that's poisoning them. Rinse and repeat. And then even among us atheists, we can't unite to combat the fucking religious bullshit. Because atheists are part of the problem too. Because atheists tend to fucking support the system that fights against them. It's so crazy. Even right now I'm talking to fucking Claude. Claude is like, hey, you should fucking work for the Democratic Party. I'm like, fam, I was a Democrat. If they would have hired me, I'd probably still be a Democrat. They have no desire or interest to hire me. And they definitely wouldn't do it now because I'm diametrically opposed to them. So if they were to hire me, it would only be after I conformed. But the point is, I wouldn't need to conform because I was already a part of them. I was already a voter, a donor, a volunteer. I've worked on campaigns, fam. I've worked on mayoral campaigns and shit. Like, if they really wanted my help, they could have been had it. I mean, they did get it. But they got it for free. They ain't paying for the shit. They're not gonna pay me for it, especially as outspoken as I've been against them. But that's what AI suggested I do. AI is not a solutions-oriented system. At least not for us, not for an outcome that helps us. It's a system made to help them and reinforce the fucking unfair system that exists already. And the people that claim that they're so against the system, yeah, they're still supporting it. Like today, I followed this atheist named Matt Dillahunty, and I was on his Facebook. He talked about he made this post on his Facebook about how he's gonna have a fun show today. Matter of fact, let me pull it up so I can read it verbatim. So he made a post about how Bill Maher said that he would rather vote for Sarah Palin before a socialist that's taking over the Democratic Party, right? And so Matt was basically saying that centrists like him, are fucking up the party because, he's a shell for centrists and blah, 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 blah. And I agree, right? I used to fuck with Bill Maher. I don't. But what Matt doesn't understand is that this has been the case the whole time. This has been the case the whole time. This is not new. This is not something that just started to happen. This is something that has been par for the course this whole time. Democrats have always been centrist shills. Why do you think they introduced the system of superdelegates? That's why I call them the undemocrats, because their name is ironic. They're the Democratic Party, and they're the least democratic of the two parties, ironically. Because they are the ones that have the superdelegates to ensure that elites will always win the nomination no matter what. That's why they do it. But people are so ignorant and retarded that they don't think about that stuff. They don't know that stuff. They don't care about that stuff. That's why I had to quit. That's why I stopped being a Democrat. Because I'm sick of their fucking bullshit. I'm sick of their bullshit. This is what they do. Why would I support a party that's going to do the same shit as the other party? I tell people all the time, how do you think we got to this point? How do you think we got here? Do you think we got a motherfucker like Trump because of magic? No. Because what the fuck did Democrats offer that was so great? It's very simple. The reason why Democrats lose to Republicans all the time is because Democrats never offer actual leftist shit. They don't run on it. They don't campaign on it. They don't push it. They don't stand on it. They're a fucking vibey, like, hey, let's help the left and, maybe throw out a rainbow color here and there. And, oh no, look at Trump. Or look at the horrible Republicans. We're totally schmodally better than them. We're totally smarter than them. But then when it comes to what policies are y'all going to actually push for? What are y'all actually going to implement? We don't get nothing. We don't get any real conversation of any kind. That's why I went from growing on TikTok from 20 to 100 followers per live to now I'm here on YouTube literally talking to nobody, knowing that my views are non-existent. Not because, oh, nobody's interested in my fucking content, or oh, because I just need to grind for 2,000 years before I could hope to turn a profit at any point, but because there's literal infrastructure in place working directly, diametrically against me in every way, shape, or form. And not only that, but the government is gearing up directly to work against people like me, which is why we have such hyper-religiosity in government right now, expressed by the president and other members of government that are in the cabinet or that are just in fucking Congress or the Supreme Court. I showed, matter of fact, let me pull it back up. see if I can find this link for y'all, because it just shows me the reality of the situation, because the AI tries so hard to make me feel better, and I get it, it's programmed to do that, all that type of shit. Anthropic doesn't want any lawsuits or anything, so I get it, right? They're programmed to try their hardest to act like they care so much about me. But then I show it, like as an example, it pointed out, like, no, you don't understand, everything is skewing into your favor. The fucking nuns, aka those who are non-believers, are the fastest growing group in America, and so yeah, the religious are retreating and blah blah. Except I'm like, but you're missing the reality, because even though you claim that you have all this training data, you're fucking wrong, because this article from Pew Research Center from last year shows that the decline of Christianity in the U.S. has slowed and may have even leveled off, which means this fastest growing group and all that type of shit is bullshit, because it doesn't matter whether we're growing or not. We're not organized, we're not deeply fucking paid, and we're not fucking coming together, and motherfuckers who claim to be all about the shit are full of shit. I've gotten so much pushback from my fellow atheists that it's unreal. Like, I literally deleted my Reddit account because I'm having an argument with somebody in the anti-theist subreddit who was desperately arguing against me about how they're not really, like, undemocratic, because I mentioned how, oh, the Democratic Party, strangely enough, they're always working to suppress the Green Party. They're always fucking working to ensure that the Green Party can't get on ballots and can't get federal funding and all this type of shit. And this motherfucker's talking about, well, actually, the Democratic Party, like, retreated from that, and actually they... Bullshit. Bullshit to escape the fact of what has been par for the course this whole time. That the Democratic Party is not actually democratic, nor has it ever been. Ever. That's the irony of the whole shit. It started off as a fucking hypocrite, as a hypocrisy. Because Andrew Jackson, widely known for the Trail of Tears, yeah, I don't see genocide being fucking democratic, fam. But we're talking about a country that was founded on slavery, that has yet to provide reparations for the very people it enslaved. That will come at you if you say even the most remotely perceived as negative thing about the Jews, about AIPAC. They have no problem coming out the woodworks and talking about how you're fucking anti-Semitic, or if you say something against the LGBT, oh, you're fucking bigoted. But where's the support for black men? And I'm not talking about in talk. Not talking about the virtue signaling fucking snow bunnies that want to say no, like, Black Lives Matter. I'm not talking about that bullshit. I'm talking about the literal infrastructure. I'm talking about in the government. Even when Democrats are in office, you know, when that one black guy, remember that one black guy, the token black guy who was the president that one time? What did he do? Okay, yeah, he lowered the rate of, well, he lowered the sentencing for some drug crimes. Okay, that was cool. I don't have a fucking drug crime. I don't have a drug case. That doesn't help me, bro. I get that helps the GDE, that got caught. I get that helps the Crip and the Blood or the random criminal that got caught, but that how does that help me? I don't have a criminal record. How did that help me? I'm not saying that's not good for my other fellow black men, but like, where's the infrastructure to actually help us? To help us right now. It's so crazy. See, this is why I say this is a mediocrity. Because people are content with this fucking bullshit. They celebrate Obama like he was the fucking, like he saved the world or some shit. People are completely cool with this $800 million fucking library. $800 million library, bro. See, and here's the thing. The $800 million in and of itself isn't the problem necessarily, right? I wouldn't mind a state-of-the-art library if society was at optimal levels. Like if crime was low, lifespans were long, education was high quality, we were 100 billion, bajillion, manillion, quintillion light years away from midnight on the fucking doomsday clock. Well then, okay, sign me up for an $800 million library. But the weekend that library was founded, there was a mass shooting in the city. A lot of people died. People got hurt. And that was the best thing you could think to do with $800 million. That was the choice. And then motherfuckers, like, not gonna put this person on blast, but somebody I know tried to make the case that, well, at least, you know, if it helps people become more literate, then that's pretty cool. Except I'm like, fam, what's the point of literacy if motherfuckers are retarded? Like, I made the analogy, like, oh, you know how to read from reading Mein Kampf. I'm like, what are the people actually reading? What is the substance of what they're reading? Why is that never discussed? What is the substance of what they're reading? And why is it substantive or substanceless? Right? We're not talking about this $800 million library. It has been created so that it can train people on how to organize so that they can optimize their society to directly prioritize their needs and functions. Because if that was the case, well, then fantastic. Let's fucking do that. But that's not what they're doing. That's not what it's for. That's not the programs that they make available at the fucking... Because if they did... I would be, first of all, I would be there right now. Fucking alive. I'd be there right now. I wouldn't be doing this sitting here right now. I'd be over there helping them do the thing that I've been talking about this whole time. That's what I would be doing. But that's not what they do. That's never what they do. That's never what they've done. I know because I was there. I was a Democrat. Like I said, I've worked on campaigns. I know how they operate. I know how the game works. I've lobbied at different fucking state capitals all across the country. I've met all kinds of politicians. Like I've said, I've worked on campaigns. I've literally canvassed neighborhoods, going door to door. I've called people on the phone. It's called phone banking. I've done all that shit. I've even helped pass legislation. That's what makes it even crazier. Because most people don't give a fuck. I've done this shit, but they'll listen to some fucking jackass that ain't never did shit. Somebody who ain't never did shit, ain't never had no skin in the game, ain't never been out here doing shit. Maybe they might have rubbed elbows with politicians and got fucking subsidies for their bullshit companies and shit like that. But I'm talking about people who ain't never ever been out here doing any of the fucking work, talking all kinds of shit about me. What are you doing? Like I've never done shit. Like I'm just some guy that's just complaining because I'm just sad. I'm like, I've been in the belly of the beast. I literally out the fucking gate, I met President Clinton. You can see the video on my YouTube way back in 2009. It's one of the first videos I posted on this fucking shit. 2009. At a rally for Alexi Janulius, who is our current Secretary of State, who recently just announced his bid for mayor literally a few days ago. I can say shit like that because I was there and I got the receipt, but it doesn't fucking matter because nobody gives a fuck. I live in a world where the guy who has tried to do shit, nobody gives a fuck, nobody respects, everybody looks down on him like I ain't shit. But the motherfuckers don't do shit, who ain't never did shit, who pontificate on shit they don't know shit about. Motherfuckers got hundreds of millions of fucking views and supporters and lovers and donors and fuck all that shit. These motherfuckers don't do shit. I watched the motherfucker on YouTube. I'm not gonna say his bitch ass name, cause fuck him. And I don't have a personal issue with the dude. I just find it crazy that he's all about answering questions, like being the guy who has the answer. Literally has his name, his answers with something. But at the end of the day, he ain't got no fucking answers. Even though he got 2 million followers or subscribers on YouTube. It's crazy to me. Motherfucker got millions of subscribers but don't know what the fuck to do. That's crazy. That's why I get so fucking frustrated. That's why I get so fucking angry. Because I'm like, I know what the fuck to do. I've done the shit. But the problem is getting people to fucking want to do it. People talk like, oh yeah, I'm totally schmooly all about it. But then to get them to actually do it, that's where the problems lie. People are unreliable as hell. People are unhelpful as fuck. People will love to be full of shit. Acting like they totally are all about the shit until it comes down to it. I can't tell you how many arguments I've had with atheists who love the Democratic Party, even though the Democratic Party does not love them. Like, it is the craziest shit in the fucking world. But see, my whole thing is, what makes it worse is that, like, I recognize that the system as it currently exists, cannot help us. What the hell? What does that say? Please, what? Keyframe frequency at 4 seconds or less. What up, dude? Okay. As long as I'm still streaming this shit. Anywho. So yeah, I get frustrated, man, because this is the reality that I see on a constant fucking basis. Like, it's just, I'm tired, man. I'm tired of knowing that this is the reality that we always have to deal with. That all these fucking people don't care. They always talk like they care about the future, they care about the youth, they care about the kids. These motherfuckers always love using kids as a virtue signal. Oh my goodness, what about the children? What about the fucking children? Oh, this terrible book. This terrible book is corrupting the youth. Oh my goodness, these trans people, they want to use the bathroom because they want to do something, whatever, with kids. But then when you show the people who are actually doing the things with kids at a high rate and have been for a long time, that's when the people are like, actually, what are you talking about, bro? Why don't you leave them be? Why are you so filled with hate? Why won't you let them do what they do? So I'm just like, that's why I hate life. I hate life. I hate this world, that this is the reality that I have to deal with. And there seems to be no fucking way out at all. That there seems like people just don't care. They're always going to talk like they pretend to. They're always going to pretend like, oh yeah, they're totally all about causes. But when it comes down to talking about the ultimate cause, they don't give a fuck. I can't get through to anybody. Even the people I supposedly get through to, it don't matter. Where they at? Where they at? See, that's the thing. I can't get through to anybody. It doesn't matter what I do. Either I'm not getting through on a personal level, or the system is set up to destroy me. So I can't build, even if I demonstrate actual value. Not just value in terms of, oh, I'm an entertaining person to listen to, but that I actually have something to contribute positively to society. Like, I'm not an anti-theist because I'm filled with hate. I'm an anti-theist because I care about the facts. I care about the data. I care about society. And oh, by the way, I'm filled with love as much as I hate to say some cliche ass shit like that. Because what is love, bruh? See, these fuckers love to talk in the abstract. They love to use these words and throw them around to the point where they're meaningless. To me, love is an infrastructure that prioritizes your well-being. In the modern age, to me, that's what love is. Infrastructure that prioritizes your well-being. If I love you, I care about your well-being. I want to ensure that your needs are being met, that your cognitive function is optimal. Hell, if we could, it could be super optimal. But we live in a society that treats that as hate because of this industry, this child rape industry, this fucking scam industry, this sci-fi fantasy delusion industry that has so much power, that has amassed so much wealth. I call it one of the most hyper-efficient resource extraction mechanisms. And it's state subsidized because they're tax-free. They're tax-free. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's honestly ludicrous to me that they don't even have to fill out a Form 990 disclosure. Churches specifically are uniquely exempt compared to secular organizations that aren't as well funded, that aren't as numerous, and obviously that aren't as organized. So, not only is it an unfair fight, it's a subsidized fight. And it's a mind fuck. Like, I built this system that's supposed to help humanity reach the next level or whatever. I can't even get my own people to fuck with the shit. And this dude is like, oh, your system doesn't work. Why haven't you saved the world yet? Even though, like, I just built it. I haven't even been able to fucking get people to even agree with what I'm talking about. And I have to deal with hundreds of millions of people who are diametrically opposed to me. And all other people who just don't want to fuck with me. Because of whatever bullshit ass reason. Like, it just seems impossible. It just seems impossible. And because there's so many Christians in America, in every single possible fucking point of society, there's no getting away from it. And it's just so crazy that they have a direct line to the fucking president, to the White House, to these corporations. But a person like me, I'm nothing. I can't even reach a point where I could do something, where I could have an actual influence, because the system was created specifically so someone like me couldn't. See, they're cool with these other goofies out here that don't have an actual focus like I do. These goofies that are just about deconstruction bullshit. They're just about, oh, atheism great, religion bad. The difference between me and them is that I talk about the institution as a whole. I talk about actual policies, historical facts involving both major parties, the infiltration of religion and government, how this thing called the Constitution is constantly fucking trampled over at all times. All the time. And nobody cares. Because it's been normalized so much. Because, of course, nobody does their due diligence. Nobody has a Constitution. Nobody's looking up the Constitution. Nobody knows the Constitution. They don't read the Constitution. They don't actually care about the Constitution. They don't. So, when we're having these conversations, we're not even on level footing. Because, like, I have had nothing but time to do the research, to find the data. That's what makes this even more frustrating. I have had nothing but time to find this data. And I'm not a person who just makes up shit. I'm not some MAGA loser who just makes up retarded ass garbage. I talk about facts, data, information, statistics. If you have better facts than me, all I want is those facts. All that does is strengthen my ability to talk about this shit, because all I care about are the facts. I don't care about the fluff. I don't care about emotional appeals. I don't care about none of that crap. None of that Pascal wager shit. Just the facts. All I care about is the facts. Is there or is there not? Are you helping? And if so, how? In what way? Show us the demographics. Show us the statistics. Show us the impact you're actually having. How are you actually helping the world? In what way? Actually demonstrate it to us right now. What the hell your institution is so great at doing that it's like, wow, we should be so thankful and impressed that they're doing that stuff. Because I haven't seen a church in the fucking country innovate shit. I haven't seen them solve shit, fix shit, discover shit, nothing. All these billions of dollars, $100 billion a year industry, what does it amount to outside of children constantly getting raped on a constant basis? What do they produce? What exactly do they produce that is so amazing that we should be like, wow, that is awesome? But that's the problem. They don't produce shit, but people are cool with that. That's the part that's so crazy. People are just fine with that. They're fine with the fact that nothing gets produced. They are totally fucking cool with the fact that we have this mediocrity where children get raped. Everybody seems to be indifferent to it. People will say publicly, oh, that's so bad, but then they won't do nothing to try to stop the shit. You might find a person or a couple groups or whatever that might call attention to it. I remember a few months ago we covered this story where there was this Catholic group that was calling attention to the problem of child rape in the church. And I'm like, I don't like the irony of what they're doing. I'm like, on one hand, I guess I appreciate that they're acknowledging that this is a bad thing, at least. But what they are doing is pointless. You know what causes attention? You know what causes great attention to the problem of child rape in the church? The actual stories of child rape in the fucking church. We're already aware, fam. We were already fucking aware. We were way aware a long time ago. Every time there's a motherfucking settlement, I cover the shit. Every time. I missed the one here in Chicago a couple months ago, and I'm mad as fuck about that. But this is exactly the point. Think about the fact that I'm in Chicago right now. Chicago proper. Not a Chicago suburb. Not a fucking hour away, 5 hours away down by Springfield. I'm talking about smack dab south side on the 9 right now. And I didn't know about this $200 million settlement here in Chicago. And I actively look for this shit every day. What does that tell you? I look out for this shit and I didn't know until today. On this live, we watched it together. I didn't even know. So explain to me how I'm in Chicago, who actively looks for this stuff, and I didn't know for a month. That shit, apparently that was the end of June. It's the beginning of August, and I didn't see that story, even though I actively seek these types of stories every day. Every day. I got a billboard at the end of the block, right here, right on 79th and Damon, that says, on both sides, there is evidence for God. Big ass billboard on both sides of the fucking sign. There is evidence for God. Here's this garbage Christian website. Fam, if there was evidence for God, why the fuck do they need a billboard stating this? Why would they need why would they need any marketing? Why would they need to spend millions of dollars for he gets us ads during the Super Bowl? If he actually got us, do you not understand how preposterous that is? That's how you know it's a scam. Because if there was this supernatural super intelligence for real, don't you think that would be abundantly clear? Especially for somebody who was a part of the team, who was a part of the club, who went to a Christian college specifically to deepen my understanding of Christian theology and my relationship with the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But that's the point. They need to spend money on advertising so that they can continue recruitment. So that they can continue improving their bottom line. And then the best part is that they not only are untaxed, but they never get audited. So who knows what's going on with this church? There's no telling what kind of money laundering schemes that they're probably doing and probably have been doing this whole time. They've probably been doing all kinds of deep shit. That's why they don't need to assassinate me. They don't need to send a fucking operative to blow up my house. They got something even better. Suppression. Social media censorship. They have an independent body that doesn't have to answer to anyone. That can just throttle my views, and I can't ever prove it because they have forever plausible deniability. They can just chalk it up to the algorithm or say that, oh, my content just isn't attractive enough, or I just don't have enough polish, or I just don't have enough reach, or I'm too dangerous for the advertisers. And I'm just like, who are these advertisers you're talking about? Because I'm an advertiser. I've advertised my shit. I've spent money on advertising dollars. So who are these advertisers you're talking about? And so, of course, when I talked to fucking Claude about it, that's when it brought up the shit that I was telling you earlier. Right? All these corporations, all these fuckers who are literally in the position to make all the decisions that affect our lives everywhere, every day. Right? The World Federation of Advertisers. Basically, you want to know the real Illuminati? It's the World Federation of Advertisers. They control the world. They control the world. They get to determine policy. They get to determine what gets pushed and what doesn't, what's safe and what's not. They control our fucking lives and they rarely get talked about. Who would have thought that fucking advertisers on advertising I should say the biggest fucking federation for advertising doesn't get coverage in the mainstream. Like this isn't a fucking problem. Hold on, I gotta make this shit smaller now. It's shit like this. The World Federation of Advertising. This is the real Illuminati right here. It is the only global organization dedicated to representing the common business interests of client-side marketers. Based in Brussels, Belgium, the trade association champions effective, efficient, and sustainable marketing communications around the world. Core scope and influence. Market share. Represents roughly 90% of global marketing communication spend, translating to roughly $900 billion annually. Global network connects over 150 of the world's biggest corporate brands and more than 60 national advertiser associations spanning 5 continents. Key corporate members, and what the fuck would you know? It includes multinational giants like McDonald's, Nestle, the Coca-Cola Company, Nike, and Unilever. Leadership, managed by Chief Executive Officer Stephen Lurk. Key focus areas, policy and regulation, coordinates on major advertising regulations, specifically targeting European policies like the Digital Services Act and the Green Claims Directive. Industry standards, drives initiatives for quote-unquote brand safety, marketing to children, and media sourcing transparency. And see, that is rich. That is rich. So think about that, right? Think about the absurd irony of that. Industry standards. That their goal, one of the things that it says right here, drives initiatives for brand safety, marketing to children, and media sourcing transparency. Now think about this fact. Think about the fact that the advertising for religious spending is totally fine. Religious advertising is completely, totally acceptable, even though, what did I say earlier? What did I say earlier? Oh yeah. Multiple Catholic archdioceses nationwide have navigated major multi-million-dollar legal settlements regarding clergy sexual abuse claims prompted largely by state window law revivals for older claims. And look at these numbers, and many of them are just from within the past year, right? Hundreds of millions, 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 and that's just a few of them. We're already north of $2 billion with just these 3 fucking settlements, and fucking we could just keep going. So these fucks, these literal fucks, have carte blanche to promote their sickening fucking behavior. They have demonstrated an immediate extreme failure to protect the children in their own communities, in their facilities, in their buildings, by their leaders, their self-appointed fucking leaders. Meanwhile, I'm the one that gets filtered out. I'm the one that, oh, I'm dangerous, or I'm what did Claude say? Bad monetization or something like that. Even though I've demonstrated actually atheism can be super duper lucrative, but that's neither here nor there. The rapists are the ones that get to set policy, influence policy, write policy, all that shit. They're the ones that get to affect the kids. They're the ones that get to set the industry standards. They're the ones that get to market to children, and they're the rapists, right? Imagine, just imagine. Just imagine. Just imagine. I'm trying to think of an example. Let's just say Jared Fogle, right? Because what do you know? Advertising monster, right? Think about the fact that one of the biggest, most successful campaigns of all time involved one of these kinds of people. If anything, Jared Fogle was a martyr, because he was just a guy who was the fucking face of Subway. Now, if Jared Fogle had claimed to be a super duper Christy Christian, he might have got more support in the public eye. Because when your name has a father or a pastor behind it, all of a sudden, things start getting fucking weird. So think about the fact that the World Federation of Advertisers has determined that the fucking greatest rape culture of all time gets to promote their rape culture freely to the public, whereas I, who says, hey, rape culture bad, I am too dangerous for advertisers. Think about that. And I have to live in this world where this is the case. Where nobody cares. Nobody even knows about this shit. Where else are you going to find any information of the World Federation of Advertising? You're not going to find it on CNN. You're not going to find it on ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox News. None of these fucks are going to even mention the World Federation of Advertisers in any way, unless it's like some positive fucking bullshit. They're not going to talk about, oh my God, no, these people controlled. Think about it. I have 0 people watching right now. Meanwhile, millions of people are probably watching CNN right now. Right now. Where are they going to be talking about this? At what news hour? At what point are they going to talk about any of this? This is why I get so fucking mad. This is why I want to jump off a cliff. Because I know that I'm talking to the wind. I know that I'm not having an impact, that the system is diametrically rigged against me, diametrically opposed to me, that they have decided that my speech is not protected, it's not supported. In fact, it is evil, terrible, maniacal, extreme. I am extreme. Showing facts, data, information, statistics, logic, compassion. Yeah, extreme. I'm so extreme because I'm tired of being broke. Because I'm tired of seeing children get harmed. I'm tired of being a part of a society that's completely indifferent to it, while at the same time virtue signaling at all possible times to care about the children. The fact that fucking politicians have to fight to ensure that kids can get fucking meals at lunch from a country that always claims to care about the kids is insane. A country that will allow kids to go hungry, that will cut SNAP benefits to ensure that families will struggle, that claims that they love the Lord so fucking much by the fucking leaders who are in the positions to affect the to directly affect the policies. This is the society that we live in, and everybody is cool with that, content with that, happy with that. It is so frustrating to see this shit, to live in such a society where everybody's cool with it. I mean, people will talk like they're totally not. That's why they will say things like, you gotta vote, but they never say what they're voting for. Or if they do say what they're voting for, it's some fucking obscure ass fucking thing, a single issue that they care about. That's it. And that single issue, 9 times out of 10, isn't even being championed by the person that they're telling you to vote for. And even if it is, it's probably not an issue that helps you or me or anybody else. And it's not necessarily that a person like me wouldn't support that, but supporting that is not enough of a fucking motivator for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna support that. Because that still doesn't help me. And you can say that that's selfish all you want, but those fuckers are being selfish. But me, I'm not being selfish. In fact, it's the opposite. I'm saying let's look at the total picture. How about let's stop looking at the single individual issues and let's look at the totality of the situation. The fact that they're even making it seem like we have to pick between issues. Why we gotta pick between issues now? Why can't we just be on one accord with all these different issues? It shouldn't even be an argument for half of these things. And then the other half, if we're gonna have a argument, we can do it with facts and data and information at the helm instead of arguing vibes and my belief and my God said bullshit. Instead, we can be looking at, well, 12% according to these statistics from this reputable fucking institution shows that the data shows that it would be better if we engaged in this behavior rather than that behavior. Instead of saying, well, according to my ancient sci-fi fairy tale fiction, bullshit! It says some dumb shit. So therefore, let's just go with that shit. Just cause my faith and my belief and my hope and my wish, and I had a dream one time that perhaps, possibly, maybe, perhaps in my soul and my spirit and my heart and my mind, that's some dumb shit. That's the world I live in. Where you can run for office saying that kind of crazy ass shit. Oh yeah, my hope and my mind and my wish, and that my super duper supernatural super friend told me told me in my dream when I was sleeping some dumb shit that I would totally accomplish this crazy goal by magic if I just hopefully. And people are so retarded that actually works. It continues to work. Even though these people have demonstrated nothing. It continues to affect the way people act. It continues to affect the way people think and vote and spend their money and organize themselves and talk about this shit. That's why I say all the time the American political discourse is a pathetic joke. It's a bunch of fucking children arguing a bunch of tard shit. No clear focus, no clear goals, no clear aims, no clear understanding, no data, no information, just a bunch of fucking vibes and hope and wish talk. It's all of this like, oh well, this group is so great and that group is so bad. And that's why I question the whole entirety of it. Because neither of you have shown good. Neither of you. We can't even have a real conversation about what that even means to be good. Because we can't talk about any actual metrics. Based on what metrics? And people are so retarded, they don't care about metrics. They're just like, no, I want my party to win, and when they win, then that's it. And if my party, like, doesn't, like, cut my taxes for my fucking property value or whatever, then I'm gonna be mad. But I always ask, what exactly are we fucking doing as a whole? Like, if you took politics out of it, if you took religion out of it, if you just said, okay, as a whole, what exactly are we doing as a people, as a human race, as American citizens, as conscious beings, as earthlings? What in the fuck are we actually doing? And that is the problem, because we can't get a clear answer. It's a bunch of tards just tarding out, pretending like they have some vague notion of something that they can't possibly demonstrate in any tangible, meaningful way. It's a bunch of tarding out, acting like they're super duper, super rational and reasonable. But when you actually press them on specifics, that's when they start tarding out even more. They start getting triggered. They start getting aggressive. They start getting offensive. They start making threats, whether veiled threats or direct threats. They start getting, sometimes they might even get violent. But one thing you can guarantee is that they will never ever demonstrate any of the crap that they talk about, because they have had so much time to do so, and they have continuously failed on a constant basis. They continually fail on a constant basis every day to demonstrate even a shred of their sci-fi fantasy fucking bullshit. They know that they can't do it, which is why we live in a time where they're getting extremely aggressive now. That's why the fucking president created all these fucking organizations, these forces, the task force to eradicate Christian bias. If they have the Lord, why do they need a task force? Why don't they just use the Lord? I'm pretty sure if you could show me the Lord, that would be way more convincing than trying to create a task force to suppress my Christian bias, my anti-Christian bias. If Christianity was true, what's the problem? Why can't you just demonstrate it? Why can't you just show us this truth and convince me right now? I've always asked these fucks for the same shit every day, but at the end of the day, they ain't got nothing, they never have nothing, they never will have nothing, because they are full of shit. We all know this. That's why they need a task force. That's why they need subsidies. That's why they need to be tax-free. That's why they need shielding from the government for any criminal charges, from being hit with RICO charges, because they are a criminal organization. There is no other organization that would get anywhere near this much fucking protection, anywhere near this much deference, if they didn't have a religion connected to them. If this was some gang, if this was some other religion that was doing it, if it was oh my god, if it was an atheist group, motherfuckers, fuck any of this, motherfuckers would be getting hung from the rafters like they were jerseys. And the whole nation would celebrate. They would be so fucking happy. They would be so thankful that these evil, terrible, maniacal atheists got destroyed in such a public fashion. But when it's the Christians, when it's the Catholics, when it's the fucking Protestants, when it's the Presbyterians, the Baptists, the fucking Anabaptists, the Lutherans, the Calvinists, the whoever the fuck, all of a sudden as well. But see, you don't understand. See, the thing is, you just don't understand that, see, he had free, because obviously it's a guy most of the time, but he had free will. He had free will, so therefore he faltered in the eyes of the Lord, in the spirit of the Lord. He made a mistake. He made a misstep. He made a mishap. It was just an obvious bloop. None of us are perfect. None of us can judge. You know, the Lord, let he without sin cast the first stone. All that, all of a sudden now it's all of that. Ain't that some shit? When it comes to pastor, priest, father, rabbi, whatever the fuck, all of a sudden it's, oh no, wait, but you don't understand. All of a sudden it's, well, actually the Lord forgave him. But let it be somebody else, and it's like, oh my God, who this terrible person? You know what we need? Castration! We need castration for these fucking weirdos who are touching the kids. But I don't hear them talking about castration when this motherfucking Pastor Johnson, when this fucking rabbi, whatever the fuck, All of a sudden, y'all shutting the fuck up with that type of shit. Instead, it's the other way around. Instead, it's, hey, Pope, how the fuck can you help us influence fucking AI ethics, bro? Please give us what you think. That's the society we live in. I can't believe that this is it. That this is normal. And it's a blip. It's a blip on the fucking news cycle. It's not a story that was like hugely popularized, that went viral, that people were like, oh my God, this is such a huge news story. It was a headline that came and went like any other headline, but people don't recognize how that's the real thing you should be worried about when it comes to AI. I'm not worried about a rogue AI that might hack some bullshit company. Fuck these whole ass companies. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if a bank got hurt. Oh my God, that bank got hurt. So fucking what? They'll be aight. They got billions of dollars, trillions of dollars. What the fuck? I'm not worried about a weak ass bank. I'm not worried about a bank. But I'm supposed to be like, oh no. Oh no, not the bank. Oh God, why not? God, no, please protect the banks. Fuck them. Fuck them. Who cares? Oh, a bank got hacked. How about the actual ethics, right? The children being raped. Shouldn't that be like something that we are against? But you're going to give the rapist the ability to affect how AI operates? So basically what you're saying is you're putting them in a position where perhaps they could literally affect AI protecting them in their child rape. You can always have plausible deniability. No, that's not what we're doing. We're saying, but you're literally talking to the guy that represents the group that does this, that is known for this. I showed you guys this, and you know what? Because I always do, I can show you again, because all I can do is just show shit. All I can do is just show recent major archdiocese settlements: 395 million, 800 million, 880 million, 230 million, 305 million, 200 million, and that's just within the past few years. That's just within, and then look at the numbers. 500 lawsuits, more than 1,300 victim claims, roughly 1,350 victims, roughly 600 survivors. I mean, we could just keep going and going and going and going and going. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and mind you, these are just the people who filed claims and or had their claims accepted. This isn't counting the total victims, because who knows how deep that rabbit hole goes and how far back that rabbit hole goes. All we know is it's a fucking rabbit hole, and clearly with just a handful of situations, we're talking billions of dollars in settlements. With just like 5 or 6 settlements within the past couple years, you're already talking about billions of dollars in settlement. Billions. The fact that they have that. And so, like I said, like I always say, if they weren't such fucking child rapists and weren't being forced to have to spend this money on this, what would they be using that money for? Because clearly they got it. Clearly they have these hundreds of millions of dollars. So what do they actually do with it outside of having to pay their victims? They're not discovering anything. They're not fixing anything, solving anything. I mean, what do they do? What exactly do they do? And why are they deserving of so much protection and so much deference? For what? What is the fucking point of that? Unless, of course, is to allow them to continue their sickening, antisocial, criminal fucking behavior. That's all I can think of. Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck. What are people talking about? But I live in a world where people will literally assert that I'm the guy that's filled with hate, that I'm just this hateful, terrible, horrible person because I have the nerve to talk about this. I have the nerve to show the receipts. And then people act like so surprised that I'm like, man, fuck this. Why would I want to continue living in this garbage? Why would I want to continue living in this cesspool when I know that there's nothing to do? What is there to do? Who is there to talk to? Everybody's full of shit. Everybody's a fucking liar. Everybody is fucking supporting the ones doing the fucking work. Either they're directly supporting them or they're inadvertently supporting them by supporting the industry that they benefit from. That produces what? That produces what value for society? All these churches around this neighborhood, what do they do for the neighborhood? How do they improve any neighborhood? How? What do they provide to communities that could not be done by purely secular means? That only could be done as a result of their spiritual miracle bullshit? And the fact of the matter is there is none, and we all know this. That's the sad part. We all know this. That's why we're in the situation to begin with, because they've been full of shit. That's why I created the Ultimate Rage Paradox, to highlight the fact that they have had more than enough time. They have had thousands of years. They have had billions of members, including today. All these different branches of Delulu, as I call it. These different forms of theism that exist, particularly Christianity here in America, and yet not a single one of them can demonstrate their sci-fi fantasy fucking bullshit. How is that possible? How is that possible if what they believe is so fucking true? How is it possible that not a single one of them, one time today, with all of these fucking camera phones all over the place, webcams and fucking telescopes and all that type of shit, how is it that not a single theist can even present even a mechanism for even beginning to demonstrate their sci-fi fantasy fucking crap? And not only that, but then I gotta deal with bitch-made ass atheists who want to argue with me on the behalf of theists. And then I gotta deal with other theists who maybe might not subscribe to any particular mainstream religion, but who will still defend the mainstream religion over the atheists who are saying, hey, raping children really bad. You can sit here and say abstractly raping children bad, but then when I show them the same shit I'm showing you, when I'm showing them this, they're like, well, why are you so filled with hate in your heart? Why are you so hateful, bro? Look, I didn't know that raping children was such a wonderfully amazing thing, and that like being opposed to that was like this evil, terrible thing. I guess if that makes me evil and terrible, then I guess I'll just be the most evil and terrible person in the fucking world. Because I'm never gonna be pro raping kids. I'm sorry. Like, if you're telling me that that's what is ethically awesome, then I'll just be the unethical asshole. I'll just be the unethical person to go against the grain, which is why I'm like, why would I want to live in this kind of society where that's the case, where I'm considered the evil person and they're the ones lionized as the greatest, most wonderful fucking emissaries of the Lord? I'm like, what do they do though? What have they provided to society? What have they presented that we're just like, oh my God, that is so wonderful and amazing that you are doing that, because oh my God, that is so fucking great. They produce nothing. It doesn't matter what they fucking say. When you put them to the test, there's nothing that they can present. At best, they're like, well, check out our old book, as if we ain't never read the shit. I'm like, fam, you do realize I was a Christian. You do realize I went to a Christian college as a Christian. I was already biased. I was not on the fence about it or backslider or none of that. I was fully immersed. I'm going to different churches. I'm going to church services at the school. I'm going to fucking extracurricular shit, going to little concerts and shit on school grounds. the choirs from our school, from other schools, the bands, the all type of events that involve the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I was all up in that. I was highly involved in my dorm, going to loft services in Schultz, Eldersveld, in the motherfucking lobby, singing songs, praising the Lord with my fellow Christians, fucking going on different events, going on different fucking events where we're serving the Lord. I've done it all. That's why when other fucking Christians talk to me about this shit, it drives me crazy because they act like I don't know their shit better than them. That's why I know what I'm talking about. That's why I have the position that I have. But the sad part is that if you're talking to somebody who's fully entrenched, getting them out is almost impossible. It's one of those cruelties of life that it is so easy to fool people with bullshit, but it is so hard. It is oh so motherfucking hard to convince them that no, this is the greatest scam of all time. You can present them with all the facts, the data, the information, the reason, the logic, the evidence. It doesn't matter. And this is coming from somebody who's been through it. I've had motherfuckers tell me shit, but see, here's the difference, right? Me as a reasonable person, the shit that reasonable people said to me stuck with me. They always stuck with me, which is why I can remember them so vividly, even all these years later, that damn, that shit made so much sense and it was so simple. Basic ass shit. And fucking, I still remember, what was it, like junior year, having a debate with one of my classmates on the fucking train, talking about, fam, if Noah's Ark actually happened, where the fuck is it at right now? Don't you think they'd have found it? If they said it was as big as it was, that all the dimensions that was, then why haven't they found it? Some excavation should have been able to find it so long ago. And I was like, God damn, that makes perfect sense. Why haven't they found it? That was a weird thing to say, but of course I had to come back with, well, but see, you don't understand the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So I understand how it is. I understand that conversion, if it happens, is not fast. There's just no hack. There's no, like, unhack. There's no antidote I can just throw and be like, look, boom. And they're like, oh, shit. That makes totally perfect sense. There's nothing. At best, if I affect somebody, my words will germinate and they'll have an effect years later. Years later. At best. That's the best case scenario. That somebody will come back 12 years from now and be like, wow, you said this 12 years ago and that always stuck with me, bro. And now I'm fucking finally able to see the logic. Those moments are the best, but they're so few and far between. They're so few and far between. I know people in real life who were atheists, who became Christian, who understand the arguments, who understand perfectly the logic, and yet they still choose the religion anyway. I don't know what to do with that. There's nothing I can do with that except say, hey, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know you. Get the fuck away from me. I don't care. I don't want to know people like that. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. I don't want to know anyone like that. I get so sick of having to have these kinds of debates with theists. Period. I hate debates with theists. I don't do conversations with theists to debate with them. I tell people all the time, I don't do debates, I do demonstrate. If what you're saying is true, just demonstrate it. Just show us. Miss me with the talk. I'm not here to go back and forth like this call-in shit that I got. I don't do that shit, or I'm not trying to do that shit to be on some, hey, let's have a debate all day, right? I'm doing it because, I had to get off of TikTok because of their fucking dystopian bullshit, their fucking Orwellian-ass censorship garbage, right? So that's A. B, YouTube's live infrastructure is garbage, it's trash, and I cannot believe that after all this time they have yet to improve upon this shit. It's actually kind of fucking crazy. It's kind of crazy that Google has all this money, has all these resources, and yet they still have an inferior product in all these different ways, and that this has been the case, particularly on live, this whole time. Basically, it's almost pointless for me to be doing lives because I'm only going to get so few views. The benefit of doing the lives is that I have this content distribution system that supposedly, hopefully, can fucking help me get the fucking growth via my shorts. My shorts are pretty much my driver engine, but it's not fast enough. It's too goddamn slow and it's frustrating as hell. Meanwhile, all these fucking liars and charlatans and bullshitters are getting crazy paid by demonstrating they're not a goddamn thinginess. The super ultimate, super dumb, whatever the fuck thing that they talk about, and motherfuckers are throwing money at them, enriching them, enabling them, and empowering them, ensuring that they will always get growth and success and features and all that type of shit. So that's why this is a nightmare. This is hell. I'm living in hell because I can't find the people. I can't find the people. There's just not enough people. And it's so crazy because I don't need a whole lot of people, just a significant enough amount of people. But that's impossible because the system is rigged against me and my growth. And even with that, I would need people that actually support, and they don't. I have complained about my fans all my fucking time streaming because it is a nightmare dealing with people. It is so easy. It is the easiest thing for people to bullshit, for people to do shit that you ask them not to do, and for them to not do shit that you asked them to do. Hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on notifications. Ain't giving a fuck about none of that shit. Hey, I just dropped a new song. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'll check it out, bro. Totally schmoly, check it out, man. Hey, did you check it out? Oh yeah, I'll totally check it out. Week later, hey, have you checked it out? Oh yeah, totally, I will at some point. I've never seen an artist have to beg his fucking fans. Never. Like the people that say, no, I totally fuck with your shit. I totally fuck with you. I support you. I am your supporter. I support you, bro. I totally schmodally love the things that you do, which is why I'm not going to support shit. So why do it? Why do it for what? If it's not going to be appreciated, then I might as well just not even waste my time. None of y'all give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody has ever cared. And nobody will care. It's like, it's so crazy, right? I got 1.9 million streams on the song on TikTok, and it's like it didn't happen. It's like it didn't even happen. It doesn't even matter. It's like I didn't even do it. And that is the part that is so crazy. That I can hit these metrics, that I can demonstrate, that I can accomplish these things, but it's the fact that they don't matter. Because they don't lead to the outcome. They don't lead to any outcome. Because something is either going to choke me off, or I'm going to fail to fucking find people who I can actually organize with, that I can actually like fucking what's the term that I use? Coordinate. That I can coordinate with. It is a nightmare experience. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the nightmare. I'd rather go to sleep permanently, because this is hell. This is literal hell, and I'm sick of living in this hell. Living in a hell where success seems like impossible, Any form of success. Like, even if you took all this bullshit away from it, just having a normal life, which is what I set out to do at the outset of all of this, which is what's so crazy. I don't want to do none of this shit. The only reason I even do this shit is because what the fuck else is there to do? I've applied so many motherfucking jobs in my life. I am so sick of doing that. I'm sick. I hate the word application. If you tell me, hey, I seen this, I don't even like the fucking word. Because I've filled out so fucking many, I'm so sick of that shit. Done. I'm done. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not going to do it. There's only so many times that you do it until you're just like, I'm just not going to do it no more. It is a waste of time. That's why I get sick of doing this. Because it seems like a waste of time. I've done so many fucking streams in my fucking life. Even on here, it doesn't seem like it's amounting to anything. That's why I am so bitter. Because anytime I find something that works, it just gets choked off anyway. So I'm stuck. I'm trapped. I'm trapped in this permanent state of extreme frustration. I don't see the point. That's why I say, I wish I just had the balls. I wish I could just do it. I wish I could just take me out now. I want to so bad. I want to. I just want to. I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of it all. Because there's no point to this shit. I hate struggling. Tired of struggling. What's the point of that? All of this, oh no, you're letting them win. They already won. They already won. What the fuck are you talking about? There's a reason why I'm here and they're there. They won. They're winning, and they will ensure that I will never win nothing, that I will stay the permanent loser I have been my entire life. Oh, I continue in what? What? Nothing. Disrespect. Hate. You want to talk about hate? Look at the fucking... Look. Like, it's so crazy to me. Because I always get all of these fucking comments all the fucking time. What the fuck? My phone just restarted out of nowhere. I don't know why it restarted. It just restarted itself. These are the kind of comments that I get. You have lost your mind. The Lord give us a choice to do good or bad. He had no ting to with what happened. You don't know the Lord. And so, like, I always ask these people, okay, then where is it? So we can get to know it. If I don't know the Lord, then where is it? So I can get to know it. And yet, nowhere to be found. Nothing. Nowhere. Nothing. Just bullshit ass talk. That's the type of shit that motherfuckers say to me on a constant basis. And look at all of these comments. Look at all of these fucking comments. Judges 2:22. That through them I may prove Israel, whether they will keep... Okay, what? So what? Where's the actual Lord right now? The duality of life. There can't be good without evil. What does that even mean? What is good? What is evil? What are y'all talking about? A fool says in his heart there is no God. Okay, where's God right now? I'm talking about not in my heart, but in reality. Where the fuck is this God that you're talking about? You were never a Christian. Yes, I was. I was a Christian for 6 fucking years. See, this is the disrespect that I'm talking about. How are you going to sit here and tell me I was never a Christian? I was definitely a Christian. I was definitely going to church. I was rapping for Jesus. I was on stages in I was on multiple fucking stages in the city of Chicago and in fucking churches in Philly, rapping for the Lord. So, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. You never get any actual answers from these people. All you get is hate. And they're acting like this is the love. Them telling you that you're wrong because you don't know their crazy shit that they keep asserting that they can't demonstrate right now. Not a single one of these people will show me this God stuff. They can show me fucking quotes from their book. They can say famous quotes. They can say quotes, and they can quote and quote and quote. But when you ask them, show us where this thing actually is in real life, nothing. So then you wonder why I'm tired of this world. Because this isn't just a few people this is the entire fucking country. The whole country. The extreme majority of the country. And this is how they choose to behave. This is how they choose to act. This is how they want to be. How they want to act. This is why I talk about the eschatological great filter scenario. Because in none of this did I see anything about, well, okay, the Lord told me that this is how we can stop the spread of microplastics. The Lord gave me a revelation for how we can work together to reduce the spread of that fucking sickness that's been going around with the fucking what is it, psychosporiasis or some shit, whatever that fucking shit. We don't get shit. We don't get nothing. We don't get anything. We don't get anything of value. We just get, you were never a Christian, a fool in his heart saith there is no God. Yeah, I've never heard any of that ever in my fucking life. Yeah, Christians have never ever said that shit a billion fucking times. Ever. Like, here's some more. My friend, we all been waiting, but this is our problem. We did this to ourselves. We sinned, and now we are feeling the wrath before he comes. Like, what the fuck is that? We are feeling the wrath before he comes. Who comes to do what? Here we go. All of this long ass shit. All of this long ass shit. Like, think about this, right? Religious texts promise a time to come when God will wipe away all tears and fix every broken part of the world, leaving no more death or sorrow. Why can't they do it right now? Why can't they do it right now? They have the resources. They have the manpower. So why don't they do it now? So men choose to do evil, then you blame God? See, this is exactly the issue that I have. They always say, I blame God. That is what's so fucking crazy. Like, in this whole entire diatribe that I have said, not one time did I say, you know what, I blame God. I have repeatedly, in everything that I do, ask these people, where exactly is this God thing that they are talking about? Where exactly is it? The fact that we can't get an answer means they don't fucking know. They don't know. Oh, and then look at this last comment. People like you got rid of him, so he left us, and even though he loves us, people like you keep him away and let these things happen after massacring him on the cross. First of all, wow. I don't recall massacring anybody at all. First of all. Second of all, how can I get rid of the omnipresent Lord? See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why I can't stand this world. These are the people I have to deal with regularly. This is the majority, the extreme majority of the population. These are the people that are gearing up to engage in their sci-fi fantasy crazy shit. And then people wonder why I'm sick of this fucking life. That I'm sick of having to read comments like this on a constant fucking basis. This is the extreme majority of my comments. I'm not like a lot of creators that get the, oh my God, this is great. Oh my God, I love this content. Thank you for what you're doing. I totally would love to help. How can I help? No, it's this crap. Every day. If I have a video that performs well, these are the extreme majority of the comments. This is the engagement that I get. I don't do this or any of this for that. I am not here to talk to these people. I've never got on these lives to hear this garbage on a constant basis. They already have their own platforms. Everywhere. Fam, I show this all the fucking time. And I'm about to get off of here. Because I hate my life and I hate the world and I hate the fact that I still do this knowing I'm wasting my time. Knowing that this is not going to lead to shit. Knowing that I'm going to go back to my sad, lonely, miserable, pathetic fucking life. Hating life and hating everything and wishing I could fucking gain the gumption to just end it all. This is the reality I live in, literally. They're all around me at all fucking times, everywhere. No matter what. Every single fucking place that you can think of, they're everywhere. Yet they're telling me I'm the reason why I got rid of God. He left us even though he loved us. And I'm the guy asking, well, where is he at right now? Because if he loves us, then why would he not be here? Right? Like, imagine you get married to somebody, whatever your fucking preference is, as long as it's not something that is like unethical or whatever. I don't know. Even though you could have fooled me, because these fuckers literally get all the deference. But let's, whatever you like. Whatever, male, female. Long as we're talking consenting adults and shit. Or maybe you're one of those people that's has a fucking thing for trees or whatever. Imagine you like a person, you're with a person, you marry a person, and they just disappear. They just disappear. You get married to this person, and they disappear. But you get all these people randomly come to tell you that that person loves you. Oh, yeah, John. Yeah, Janiqua. Yeah, Tracy. Yeah, they still love you, fam. Yeah, Tracy never calls you, texts you, emails you, tells you, hey, I'm sorry I had to leave, but I had some shit to take care of. These evil bastards over here harming children, fighting the good. No, you get no communication of any kind. None. Right? You keep having like your little psycho fucking psychosis and shit, your delusions and shit, your hallucinations and shit, where you see some facsimile of something that you're just going to accept as this thing, but you don't have any concrete evidence that this person, Tracy, is still anywhere in life. But for some reason, you're going to give Tracy all this love and admiration even though they left your ass. And you're so retarded that you're going to still believe that this person loves you even though they left your ass. That's usually not how love works, right? Usually if somebody loves you, they're not just going to up and leave your ass and not come back. That's not, if like we have a lot of single mother households, single parent households in America. All kinds of custody disputes and shit like that. Got 100 motherfuckers down to hit them with the child support. Nobody has ever said that a deadbeat dad is a loving father, and yet here we are in a society where if he's a black man, oh, he's a deadbeat, but if he's the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, well, see, the thing is, see, he loves us, and then, men like you got rid of him, he left us, even though he loves us, people like you keep him away. I don't understand it. How am I keeping them away if I'm saying, hey, where you at? If I was just like them, I was a follower just like them, saying the same type of shit just like them, sitting in the same pews just like them, reading from the same Bible just like them, reciting the same bullshit passages exactly like them, trying to defend my faith against atheists like me, like them. I was just like them, doing the same things, saying the same things, reciting the same shit. That's why I understand where they come from. But it's so fucking hard knowing that I will never ever affect any of these people, and that there are way too many people like this out there. For every one fucking potential atheist or anti-theist or whatever, there's 100 million fucking Christians out here, and there's nothing that we can do because they own everything. They control everything. They're in every place. They're in every position. They have extreme representation to such a degree, from the fucking homeless bum on the street begging for change all the way up to the President of the United States. All of these Jesus freaks all over the fucking place, and there's nothing that we can do about it. There's nothing we can do. They own everything. I mean, we could organize and fight against it. That's not going to happen. Too many bitch-made ass fucking atheists that are too much in support of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party that has a lot of fucking Christians running that shit. So, I'm sick of this shit. This shit is hell. I'm living in hell. Knowing this shit every day and seeing the reality of our horrific, disgusting American society that favors the rich, the banks, the corporations, the churches, doesn't give a fuck about the people, and the people don't give a fuck about themselves or each other. And then you want to wonder why I'm like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm out this shit. I'm sick of this shit. I wish I could just do it. I wish I could just take myself the fuck up out here. I wish I didn't have so much fear of death. I wish that I didn't have so much curiosity about reality. I wish that I could just end it all. I swear to God I do. Ain't no motherfucking suicide hotline gonna convince me, oh, you shouldn't do it because of whatever bullshit reason that they're gonna come up with, right? That is irrelevant. That's irrelevant. All I wanted was a regular fucking life. That's all I've ever fucking wanted. I never ever set out to be on a crusade for saving the world or some dumb shit. The only reason I ended up on this track is because I couldn't get a job. And I tried to find out why, and I realized, oh, the world is fucking racist and hates black men and hates me and hates atheism and hates truth and facts and data, information, statistics, hates actually improving things for the people, actually hates improving society, and has done everything possible to convince all these retards not to want to improve shit, to actually fight against improvement, to continuously, consistently support the fucking Orwellian system that's in place, and that they will fight tooth and nail against you every single day to protect that shit. Even though you're like, hey, how does this improve our lives? How does this improve ourselves? How does this improve our society? They can't provide an answer. They don't care. They don't care. No, these fuckers don't care. They don't care. They talk like they care. Then they give their thoughts and prayers and move on, demonstrating that they don't care, because these people are not solutions oriented, and they never will. That's why, like I said, actual love is infrastructure. Infrastructure that prioritizes the well-being of citizens. That's love. That's what we lack. And the people don't seem to want it. They claim they want it. They talk like they want it. But in practice, they don't. You can't even have a conversation with half these retards about even real life, let alone policies, stances. That's why American Public discourse is crap, trash, garbage, and I hate it. I hate it. The loudest people are the biggest liars in the fucking world. And people love lies. And they hate truth. So why bother in this world of fucking lies? I wish I could just stop dealing with it. I hate it. I hate it knowing that nothing I do is ever going to lead to anything. So why waste my time?